Welcome to my YouTube channel. Learn English very quickly. Today we are going to feature a story by John Brown called The Story of WYLIE. This is a story about a dog, but not the kind of dog you usually see on the streets here, not a fat, wrinkled pug, nor a smooth-skinned bulldog, nor even a big, shaggy guy, but a skinny, silky-haired, sharp-eared little dog. The cutest thing you can imagine. She was named WYLIE. She lived in the hills of Scotland and helped her master care for his sheep. She was so smart, you can't believe it. She was like a soldier to the sheep and lambs. She never let anything hurt them. She took them to pasture when it was time and made sure they were safe at home when it was time. WYLIE knew exactly what to do when the sheep got scared and ran all over the place, hurting themselves and getting lost. She would run around on one side, barking and scolding to get them to come back, then run around on the other side, barking and scolding to get them to come back until they were all gathered in front of the right gate. Then she did it as neatly as anyone could. She was a very good sheepdog who loved her job. Her master finally got too old to live alone on the hills, so he moved away. Before he left, he gave WYLIE to two nice young men who lived in the nearest town. He knew they would take care of her. They liked her a lot, and so did their grandmother and the little kids because she was so kind, pretty, and good. So WYLIE moved to the city, where there were no sheep farms, just streets and houses, and she didn't have to do any work because she was just a pet dog. She always did good things and seemed very happy. But after a while, the family noticed that their pet was acting strange, very strange. WYLIE disappeared every Tuesday night around 9 o'clock. People would try to find her and call her, but she was gone. And she'd be gone the whole night. But every Wednesday morning, she was always waiting at the door to be let in. Her silky coat was all sweaty and dirty, and her feet were tired and swollen. But her bright eyes looked up at her masters as if she was trying to tell them where she had been. The same thing happened every week. On Tuesday nights, no one could guess where WYLIE went. They tried to follow her to find out, but she always got away. They tried to lock her up, but she always found a way out. It turned into a real puzzle. Who knows where WYLIE went? You would have never guessed, so I'll tell you. There was a big market in the city near where the kind young man lived. There was everything for sale, even cows, sheep, and chickens that were still alive. Farmers used to bring their sheep to sell down from the hills on Tuesday nights and drive them through the city streets to the pens so they could be sold the next morning. Wednesday was the day they sold them. The sheep were not used to the noises and sights of the city, so they were always scared and wild. They caused a lot of trouble for the farmers and the sheepdogs. They got away and ran around, getting in the way of everyone. At dawn, when things were at their worst, the farmers would see a small, silky dog with sharp ears trotting alone down the road and into the middle of them. Afterwards, the little dog ran like the wind, in and out, around and around, always in the right place, driving, coaxing, and pushing the sheep, making them listen like a good teacher, and never scaring them, until they were all safe inside. The little strange dog could do more than all the other dogs put together. She was wonderful in every way. No one knew who her owner was or where she had come from. The farmers started to look for her every week, and they called her the WYLIE, which is Scots for the little terror. When they saw her coming, they would say, "There's the little fellion, we'll let them in now." Every farmer wanted to keep her, but she wouldn't let anyone catch her. As soon as she finished her job, she took off like a fairy dog and no one knew where she went. This kept happening week after week, and no one knew who the strange little dog was. But one day, WYLIE and her two owners went for a walk and ran into some sheep farmers. The sheep farmers stopped what they were doing and looked at WYLIE. Then they yelled, "That's the dog. That's the little fella." So it happened. WYLIE was the strange little dog that helped with the sheep. Her owners didn't understand what the farmers meant until they heard what I've been telling you. But when they heard about a strange dog that went to the market by itself, they finally knew where WYLIE went on Tuesday nights. They loved her even more than before. Wasn't the sweet little dog smart to go work for other people when she lost her own job? I think she knew that the best people and dogs work hard at everything they do. Anyhow, she did the same thing for as long as she lived, and she was always just as kind, soft-haired, and loving as she was at first. Never miss a video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Learn English very quickly. Hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you for watching.